got a problem. We 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 got a problem. Yeah, that's probably you. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. We got a problem.
Yo, what's poppin', people? Cobra Star Green back with you another video today. Your first time finding our channel, you love movie reviews and stuff in that nature, you guys definitely hit the subscribe button. Also, like the video, we are bringing you guys the newest and latest movies and reviews for you guys. But today we will be reviewing the new West Side Story, a Steven Spielberg film. And if you guys don't know too much about West Side Story, well, this is a remake from the original West Side Story.
West Side Story grows younger.
But yeah, it's a remake from that one, and everybody was like, "Yo, that one was good." So you know, why not, Steven Spielberg? We'll give you the keys to remake your own. You know what I'm saying? So was it as good as people are saying? Because before I seen the movie, I seen some critics out there. Oh my God, movie of the year. One of the best films out there. Now, how will our reviews fare out compared to other ones? You'll have to figure out here. Now, towards the ending of the review, we will be spoiling the ending and just talking about the ending just a little bit here and there. But first thing, you are a big fan of the original. Can you describe how this one and the original like kind of compare and contrast just a little bit?
Not a huge fan. It's been a while, but I know some of the songs pretty well.
Yeah, because in the theater you were singing some of the songs.
Yeah. But it's not exactly a shot by shot, but pretty close shot by shot.
It's like pretty much the
remake.
same story.
It's pretty much the same. So yeah, it's really really solid.
Yeah, I think they did I would say a really great job. Especially, I gotta give kudos to the director. Now, if you guys have known him from so many projects, I mean, what, Jaws, Jurassic Park, Ready Player One, I mean, what hasn't, Indiana Jones, what hasn't he done? And yes, I'm talking about, oh shoot, Steven Spielberg here, the legend, the GOAT. You know, so he was the one that ended up directing this film. And I would say his direction he took in this film, and I know he got inspired by the original, but I thought was so well done in this one. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know how you thought. I don't know how you're panning out on that. But I thought his direction and his directing, how certain shots were in place, I thought that was really done very well. Go ahead.
Yeah, he did an impeccable job. Everything flows very well. It's edited very nicely. Mm-hmm. Everyone's performances are top notch.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second.
Corny moment here or there, but that matches the tone of what the film wants to do. All the singing was pretty incredible. I'm not sure how much of the actors' voices are actually in the singing or anything, but the ADR is a little off here or there. But it's mostly great.
We'll get into all that in a little bit. But if you guys don't know, if you guys did not see the trailer or anything like that, you guys are like going in pretty much as blind as I did. Well, the movie is pretty much this. Throughout the film, it is a musical. Boy, out the gate, you see, yes, this is a straight up musical. Now, when it comes to musicals for me, I'm very hit or miss, because there's some films, and that's why I was kind of skeptical going into this one. I'm like, there's a lot of musicals I don't like, and there's some that I kind of do like. Now, the last one I can remember that I was very on the fence about. This, maybe I'm young, but it was this one right here.
We're all in this together once we know that.
You remember that? And we are, and we
No.
not, and we sing. Oh man, you hater, man.
No, I just never watched that. I don't care.
Bro, that was my shit. Bro, I used to revisit it every Christmas for no reason. But High School Musical, man. So that's the last musical I had saw was High School Musical. And like I was very hit or miss on that. I love the singing, I love the sound design in that film, but I was just, you know, I'm very watching movies like this makes me very skeptical about these other musicals that end up coming out.
I would recommend La La Land to you. That's a good one.
That's what someone told me about. Someone told me about La La Land.
That's a good one. Anyway,
but yeah, let's go past that. Now, how did this film fare? I will say, let's get into, you were talking about the ADR in the film, because that's the biggest thing. Because I know the biggest thing here, because I didn't know too much about the story, and the story is actually kind of a little unique. You know, it's just like there's two different sides here. You have like, without being racist, like your white side and you have your Puerto Rican side.
Puerto Ricans
Yeah.
and Caucasians. Yes.
And I'm pretty sure every black person in the film was like, woo, thank God this ain't about us. But there's two different sides, and you have one character from one side and another character from another side that actually want to hook up. And boy, does that go to hell right there
So
after
it's
that.
like a Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and
type
Juliet, yeah.
situation, yeah.
But yeah, once she hooks up with old boy, it goes straight downhill from there. And it's a really great job of showcasing early in the film that these two sides don't get along at all. Like you see throughout like the first 2 minutes of the film that Puerto Ricans and white people just don't get along very well at all. You see they get in a big fight in the beginning of the film, and after that big fight, then you see people just hooking up, after the fact. So I really think Steven did a really great job of showcasing that early on. Give us a reason why, okay, they're already mad at these people. You know what I'm saying? So that makes a lot of sense there. I'm gonna go into the performances, and then we'll get into the ADR and how the music fared in the film. I thought the performances were really done well. Like when I see musicals and I watch musicals, I kind of hold them to a higher standard because of the fact that not only are these people acting, but at the same time they have to be like, I don't know if it's fake singing what it is, but they're kind of singing at the same time. It's like a whole new, like, I'm not saying style, but I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. But it's just like a different feel.
It's a whole new level of performance.
Yeah, it's like well, everybody can act and stuff like that, but to do it musically, and it's like, even at the same time, it's like, when you're watching this, it's like, none of this stuff seems normal. Like, imagine if they placed me and you into this world. You know what I'm saying? We about to be looking confused, But I really like that this world is so, like, it's so done perfectly that the performances that you see here just work so well. You go ahead with your text. I'm gonna get on the actors that I thought did really well too.
Yeah, it's hard to find any like criticisms that are like really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone did a solid job, even with
what
some corny moments here or there that was intentional. I think.
You know what I was gonna say?
It's really hard to just kind of like be like finding anything really solid to be like, you did that wrong. I don't think so. Like,
you know what I'm gonna say? I'm watching the film and I'm seeing everybody dance. There's a lot of choreography in the film also, and I think they really did a really good job of choreography.
Yeah,
great job on that. But I was saying, and I was thinking to myself in the theater, I'm like, yo, it looks like everybody in this film is having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
Like,
much.
I know it's like probably in some people's, like, it's weird for some people to act that way, but like they just having fun out there. You know what I'm saying?
almost to a fault. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
At moments when it's like, am I supposed to believe the Puerto Ricans and the Caucasians have this huge beef when they're just like dancing side by side? I mean, not really side by side,
Yeah.
but it just feels like there's moments of levity where it's like, would you really be dancing right now? There's so much tension.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
was.
It just felt a little.
Yeah, okay.
I felt a little
get you,
goofy. I
you.
know that's the point.
I
but
get
yeah.
you. I get you. There's like, early on, like they just had a big fight, and now they're at a school dance together. It's like, I get it. Your point.
They
your point's
explain
valid.
why that's the case.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
But I think, like, man, I was putting down in my notes earlier that I just think the performances you see here are really done well. I'm gonna get into two characters primarily that I want to talk about just really quickly, and we'll get into some side characters really quick. But I think her name is Rachel Zingler. I think that's how you say her name. She played, I think, Maria in the film. Is that her name? Maria. Dude, she did such a great job. Oh my God. Like, the performance she put on was so believable. Especially in that third act. And we'll spoil it just a little bit later on. But whenever a certain things happens in that third act, like the last 5 minutes of the movie, I'm like, yo, this shit, this look believable right here. What do you think about her performance? I thought, hold on, really quick. I thought she really delivered her lines really well too. Like, her dialogue was really great. I think everybody's dialogue in the film was amazing. But you go ahead.
Yeah, good performance. If there's any like negatives to like anyone's characters or what felt kind of cringe at moments, it's more so in the writing of like how the direction of the story is, just the story by its nature. She delivered a really good performance, really good vocals, very believable. She did a solid job.
She did an amazing job. Great job. And I'm pretty sure she gonna get more work down the line. But I think she did a really great job. Now, another person I'm gonna say that did a really great job in the film, but I think I already knew this because I had seen him in so much other stuff that I thought. You ever seen Baby Driver?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Ansel Elgort, I think that's his name.
Ansel Elgort. That I'm gonna talk about. Y'all already know he was great in the film, man. I remember first time seeing him was in Baby Driver, and ever since Baby Driver, I've been like super attached, seeing what work he's been getting and stuff like that. And see that he was in West Side Story, and not only was he in West Side Story, he's one of the main characters you see here, and the main protagonist. I'm like, yes, he works for this role. I think both of them work for these roles that they're getting here.
Yeah.
What do you think about his performance in the film?
Also the same, pretty solid. I felt his love felt more genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, than the other actresses. Not that I never felt like it was insincere or anything, but yeah. You could just kind of feel it more from him.
I think the chemistry between those two just was really what made the film. Those two, you really would think that they really are in love with one another. Like they're not acting, you know what I'm saying? So I think the chemistry these two put on throughout the film was just very heartwarming, very emotional, especially at some points. But I think they both deliver on it very, very well. Now, another thing I'm going to talk about, I think I have another actor I want to talk about really quick.
Sure.
Maybe, I do not know how to say this girl's name at all. I'm going to be real with y'all. I do not know how to say this girl's name. No disrespect. Let me find her really, really quick because I don't know if there's too many shots of her. You can kind of see her in this shot, not too much. But her name, I believe... is it Ariana? I think her name is Ariana. Right here. This girl right here. What was her name? In the film,
I'm not sure.
Auntie, I think that's how you say her name in the film. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But she had the most surprising performance for me. I will say. I didn't even know anything about this character. I had never seen her act before. And to see her, I was like, who the heck is this? You know what I'm saying? She's doing a phenomenal job here. I'm like, why haven't I seen her more? You know, so she was by far a surprising factor for the film for me. I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, no, she did really, really, really well. Again, I feel like I'm just being redundant.
I feel like we both are.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's just like, man, you did really good.
Yeah,
I kind of wish this movie was bad. So this is why I have so many things to complain about right now. It's just like, man, I'm giving this movie a lot of props. It's really good.
Let's just call a spade, man.
It's good.
Let's just call a spade. Like every damn body did good. All right.
I don't know what the main dude's name is, but even as
his name is Mike. His name is Riff in the film. I believe.
Yes, Riff. Okay,
Riff.
So there's this weird sincerity to him, where it's like you kind of feel bad for him. You feel a little bit of sympathy, even though he's kind of like a POS.
Yeah. You see all.
It seems like his love for his what he perceives as his brother Tony is very sincere.
Yeah.
And even when they have conflict with each other, it's it's not as simple as oh, you backstabbed us. So I like that. It felt very human.
Yeah. Now another thing I'm gonna say, this is just a personal nitpick for me. But I already knew that this was gonna be the case when I had seen the movie.
I do have some complaints.
We have our
especially
complaints. I think you have more complaints than me.
Probably.
But yes, the biggest complaint for me was the fact that, as you guys see in this article, there was no subtitles. Now, I don't think you can kind of still follow along what's going on, but whenever they were speaking in Spanish, I was just confused. I was like, man, I only took 2 years of Spanish. I don't know all this
That's not a complaint for me.
Wow.
It felt.
I mean, it's a nitpick. It's a little nitpick.
No, that's fair because you want to be able.
Yeah,
to
I want to be able
story.
to really follow.
It's I
feel like I need a closed caption.
It's a genuine thing where it's I want to follow the story. Let me understand what they're saying. But I found it fine because it's not the whole movie is just in one foreign language and there's closed captions. So
it goes back and forth, back and forth.
When I'm watching it, it feels authentic in the moment. And honestly, I kind of wish I was bilingual and just understood like every language. So,
Bro, you know what's crazy?
Because like subtitles bring me out of like, oh yeah, this is a movie. It doesn't feel like a world that I can live in when subtitles appear, even though I need them to understand stuff. So I liked it. It brought some authentic feelings for me, and I didn't mind because I could pick up like what they're saying, like through tone and like just general like everything that brought like the story together.
You know what's crazy? There was those two girls sitting next to us, and like every time someone would speak Spanish, it would be like funny. They would laugh. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, they know what the hell they saying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was just like, I don't know. That's just a personal nitpick for me. I think it's fine, y'all. I think there being no subtitles, there's a reason why there's no subtitles. It's just personally for me, I wish I would have had closed caption or something.
I respect the decision, but I can understand how some people would be like, yeah, like I wish
that
there were
was
subtitles.
honestly.
I personally don't mind for this movie.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. That was my only nitpick in the film. Like you got a little more.
I have
a
couple things. I'm conflicted on one of them. We'll get to it. Okay, so spoiler alert. Let's wait for spoilers to the end. Let's talk about the ADR. Yeah. All right, cool. The ADR one is so the ADR is like a minor thing. It's just like every once in a while it felt like the lip syncing was a little off when the music would come in.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking about like, if you guys don't know what the ADR is,
I felt like I could see it desync in some of the.
If you guys don't know exactly what he's talking about with the ADR, he's talking about like scenes like this. Something like around that, right?
Yeah. In this case, it works there.
Yeah, but some instances in the film,
some
it doesn't.
spotty moments, it's a little noticeable at times. It's not like horrible, but it doesn't directly take me out of the movie. But it is there here or there. Yeah, I don't know if anyone will notice that. Maybe it's just me.
I don't think anybody notice it. Honestly,
I don't think it's a major deal, even if people do notice it. It's just something I found that distracted me here or there. And then I guess some moments where I felt like it's not a critique on the people who made this adaptation because it is the original story. Mm-hmm. So they just follow the formula. Mm-hmm. I just found, while the chemistry was good, I was just kind of like, and this is like my thing with like most love stories, is just kind of like, you guys just met and you're like obsessed with each other. It's so weird. Okay, so it's just so weird.
Okay, all right. Let's break this down. So literally, she had took what's her name to the dance? What was this boy's name?
I'm trying to remember.
Damn, Chino. She took a Chino to the dance, and literally, I don't know where the hell Chino went, but Chino just dipped. And like,
no, she dipped from Chino.
Well, yeah, Chino went on the dance floor, and like, I guess she was like, I ain't rocking with this dude anyway. So then, oh boy, Tony gonna end up showing up, and like, they instantly like just kiss, like it's instant.
They click and
instantly.
Look, I get.
I would say that's a little bit of a nitpick. They kind of rushed into it.
I get maybe being attracted to somebody and
bro, she kissed this dude instantly, bro.
But if we're talking about like love, like he went up and he's like, let's run away together, and then she asked his name, like you didn't even know his name, and you're like agreeing to this stuff. It's like so weird to me. It's just personal nitpicks. I know it's like just
dude.
Exaggerated.
Literally after this moment right here, she kissed him. I'm like, already? God damn, like usually, you know what I'm saying, you wait a little bit on something like that, but she literally kisses man out the goddamn gate.
Relax, jeez.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's just personal preference on how like romance stories should be told for me, or like how I prefer my. I don't know. It feels less believable to me, and even if there is some believability, it just makes me feel like the characters are a little nuts.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? Like watching West Side Story, I never knew the story was gonna get so as dark as it did. You know what I'm saying? I had never known that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Now I gotta ask you a question, and I'm gonna answer it myself.
Sure.
Did you feel like the pacing in the film was really well? Because this movie is 2 hours and about 40 minutes. Did you feel like it justified that 2 hours and 40 minutes, or you think it could have been cut down just a little bit? Because if you're asking me, I think it's fine. I could see people being bothered by how long it is, though. I could definitely see that. Go ahead.
Maybe a little trim here or there, but mostly everything was utilized perfectly.
Perfectly, yeah.
I think I'm trying to think if there's anything that didn't feel needed. Maybe like one musical sequence, and even that I'm kind of like, no, like I could use that perspective.
Damn. We forgot to talk about freaking Bernardo over here, dog.
No, he did great.
Yeah, we've got to talk about Bernardo.
Again, it's redundant. I just feel like everyone did really,
great,
really
yeah.
good. His fight choreograph was great. All the dancing choreograph,
choreograph was A1.
It's
oh my
just
God,
crazy.
So
It's crazy good. Even when they're fighting, it feels like a dance. It's just crazy. No, like it does. It does. It really does. Like they're like they got their knives out and everything. And
Yeah,
it's just like
dancing.
still has a rhythm to it. It's
Yeah.
and it's a plus. I'm not saying that as a negative.
You were talking about how the trailer doesn't do the movie justice.
It really doesn't.
Go ahead into that.
Watch the trailer and I'm like, I don't care about this.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know like West Side Story in general is like a classic and it's got like so many good like songs. But like when I watched the trailer, I was just like, man, you are not selling me on like this adaptation of it. I just felt nothing.
When I had first seen it, I was kind of like, it's just another musical. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that I hated it either. I was just kind of indifferent.
It doesn't immerse you and enough to like when you see the movie, you're fully embracing the story you're watching right now.
Yeah,
so, I guess around that.
You need to get other people to market your movies better because I was not impressed. I was just like, cool, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but let's go ahead and last thing really quick. Let's talk about, and then we'll get into our ratings of the film.
oh, we gotta talk spoilers.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Let's talk about the ending of the film, just really quick.
Okay.
So if you guys don't know about it, spoilers really quick. But Tony ends up killing what's her name's brother. She ends up
Fernando.
She ends up killing Fernando.
Yeah, Fernando.
Fernando. She ends up killing pretty much her brother in the film. So that's why Chino gets mad and he wants to track down Tony. But maybe I'm missing something. Go ahead.
No, you're pretty much spot on. Yeah, like they brought a gun to like the whole fight, and he ended up having it, but circumstances led to him. He was trying to make peace, but Fernando was not having it, and they got in a fight, an altercation, and then blades got popped out, and then Fernando kills a rig. Right?
Yeah.
And then, in the heat of the moment, Tony stabs him.
Fernando,
and then, Bernardo.
I said Fernando.
Fernando, yeah.
Bernardo.
Is it Bernardo?
Bernardo,
Okay,
yeah.
I had it right the first time. I thought it was kind of weird that, although I can understand that, like, she understands the circumstance of, like, he didn't mean to or whatever, blah, blah. It just felt weird that she was like, all right, let me like make love to my brother's killer.
I didn't.
It was just really
It's
kind
weird,
of a weird
yeah.
placement. I guess that's just a criticism of the overall
just
story
kind
in
of
general.
like, well, shoot, I didn't like his ass anyway.
Yeah.
After you did me justice.
It's like,
or you helped
okay,
me out,
you just met this guy. He like a day later he kills you.
That's wild.
And like
That's wild.
The other thing in my head, like I'm just thinking,
anybody else that in that you meet this guy, he kills your brother the next day, and you like, I want to run off away. I was just thinking
to myself, how do you know that like you weren't there? How do you know he didn't intend to? That's the story told.
I guess he was like, I know this guy off of one day.
I met him. I know his heart. It's
she did say she wanted to dream about him, so I don't know what it is.
Anyway, I just story wise, whatever. That's it is what it is. That was annoying to me. So I like story stuff. Like everything's it's just weird decisions by characters. So yeah. Fernando.
Was that that was it for the spoiler talk for you?
That's pretty much it. Like,
Chino
ends up shooting Tony.
Yeah, Chino ends up. Dude, I thought you know what? When it comes to,
it's a tragedy. It's like what's it? Romeo and Juliet. Yeah.
Whenever I had seen, because I had never watched the original. Sorry, I guess I'm too young. But whenever I had seen freaking Tony get killed and like Chino shoot him, I felt attached that moment. I was like, no, so I was like, no, not Tony. But yeah, I was very heartfelt about that.
I was surprised like she didn't just go off.
Yeah, it was weird, dude. I really forget in moments like, yo, this is a freaking musical. I'm gonna watch it because like, okay, let's break this down. Chino shoots Tony, right? And literally, like, he's just standing there. Everybody else is just standing there, just
He's
looking at him
smiling.
like, yo, what the heck, man? And then she's like, give me the gun. And then, like, Tony gives it to her. He's like, you got any bullets left? She was like, I thought she was going to shoot his ass. I was like, God damn.
It was kind of like an awkward moment. It was just kind of funny.
Yeah,
It was,
and then,
it was
like-
less dramatic at
Bro.
that point and more funny to me. I think that scene was definitely, if I have another negative, it's probably like that felt a little goofy more
But-
than like taken seriously to me.
And then at the end, it was like everybody like carried Tony's body. So I guess that means like
Yeah.
everybody's united
Oh,
now.
everyone gets along now
Yeah,
after
everybody-
we got some dead bodies here. It's like, okay. All right.
Yeah, but like they were like once Tony died, everybody was all together now.
Y'all had a problem earlier, but now somebody dead. Like, oh no, let's shaking hands. We're all good now. Thought y'all wanted dead bodies. Okay.
And then it was funny because like the last shot of the movie is like Chino and what's her name, Valentini,
Valentina. I think.
Valentina,
Yeah.
going and she's like walking him to the police car. I was just like,
I guess that's the thing with me. Almost everyone in this movie is unlikable. There's,
Yeah, like
there's
they
some
don't-
likable
they-
elements
yeah.
to them
they
peppered in.
don't it's like you see these two sides hating each other, and you're like, bro, f you.
You
know what I'm saying?
understand the circumstances of some characters, but overall, it's like most of them are just like really unlikable.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah,
I
but
guess
yeah.
that's the point. That's the point of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't throw that in there for no reason.
Can I speak on this?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been bugging me. I have no idea how I feel about the trans representation. In this.
Go ahead.
On one hand, it's good to have representation and positive lights. On the other, should this positive representation of a trans man really be a trans man that wants to be associated with basically a racist, misogynistic, transphobic white gang that basically is in a war with Puerto Ricans because of the... I don't know. It's just kind of should that really be the representation?
Like
I don't know.
I want to fight the film on it, but I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
I'm conflicted on it.
I don't know. That's what I don't know.
It feels
I gotta step back from that
weirdly
one.
real, but also kind of gross. I don't know. I'm not a fan, but I'm not gonna say it's wrong to have that kind of representation because there's a bit of a real
Yeah.
element to it. Don't know if I like it though.
Yeah,
it felt very weird.
I don't know a stance on that one. I would say because I didn't feel bothered by it. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't
bothered by it.
I wasn't like angered or anything. I was just kind of like, I don't know if, okay, all right. Like, I guess this is what we're doing here. Like,
Was that in the original?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I'm pretty
bad.
sure it wasn't.
That was just that.
It
That's
was-
2021.
It was also
then.
just kind of awkward how he was implemented into the story. It was like,
through the police station.
like, because
Yeah.
like, well, first of all, yeah, how did you not get captured by the police? Second of all, like, you're roaming around everywhere, just like looking in on everyone's situation,
Yeah.
like barging into every situation. It was just weird writing for that character. I don't know. Kind of a negative, kind of a positive. I'm conflicted on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't fully take a stance on it. But let's go into our ratings of the film really quickly. So going into this movie, I had said before, I am hit or miss on musicals. Usually, I'm not a musical type of guy. I do not. 9 out of 10 times, I'm probably not gonna go see a musical. But going into this movie, West Side Story, me not knowing anything about it, I've never seen the original, and like I said, me not knowing too much about music, like liking musicals too much, stuff like that. Let me tell you guys how much I loved this film. I think this is one of my favorite films of the year. I will say that right now. Make a case for it. This is one of my favorite movies of the year by far. West Side Story did such a great job at just a lot of elements. Man, the set pieces they had in the film, just great. Acting, musical performance, choreography. Like, what? I can only complain about one thing, and it's a nitpick they say out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even get fully mad at that. I loved this film. I'm actually happy I didn't know too much about it going into it, and then coming out of it like, yes, yeah, I can't believe I actually liked it. You know?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite movies of the year. To me, I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. 9 point. Y'all heard me right. 9. I almost gave it a 10 out of 10. If it wasn't for them goddamn, I need the subtitles. That was it. That's just my only nitpick. You go ahead and go with yours.
So yeah, several different little gripes here or there, but mostly I enjoy myself. Found myself humming along to
right.
the
Yeah, you were
older
next to me. You
songs.
were next to me singing songs.
You can't be mad. It's just even when the characters that are unlikable are somehow likable. Anyway, point is, I love this. Second favorite movie of the year.
Hey!
Probably technically a better movie than Dune in a lot of ways.
No, the story is
but
amazing.
I love this.
The story is so good here.
So I would say, as a objective, how did I feel like they actually made the proper quality? How was the actual quality of the film? I feel like objectively, this is a 10 out of 10.
Hey!
This feels very much like a 10 out of 10 in terms of objective experience. My subjective rating, however, differs.
Here we go.
My subjective rating is about a 9 out of 10. There's a couple moments where I'm like, all right, you could have done better on this and this, but it's very much my own personal experience. I feel like they did a terrific job with this, and in a lot of ways, better than the original. In a lot of ways. So, Steven Spielberg, you really got another one on your belts.
Hey, Steven Spielberg. What, like DJ Khaled says, another one. Another one.
Please don't make another Ready Player One.
No, low key, dude. I love Ready Player One, man.
Anyway.
I just watched it last week too. I love Ready Player One. But that is our review of the film. If you guys have seen it, please put your reviews and put your comments and stuff like that down below. Hey, if it's your first time finding our channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, like the video. Tell us your guys' thoughts, complaints, criticism, and stuff like that down below. Hey, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.